was toting my pack along the dusty Winnemucca road when along came a semi with a high and canvas covered load. If you're going to Winnemucca, with me you can ride. So I climbed into the cabin, then I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand, and I said, listen, bud, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man, I breathe the mountain air. Travel, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Mattawa, La Paloma, Bangor, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Tucumcari, Vancouver, and Padilla. I'm a killer, I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man, I breathe the mountain air. Travel, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Been to Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Tallapoosa, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock, Oskaloosa, Tennessee, Hennessy, Chicopee, Spirit Lake, Grand Lake, Devil's Lake, Crater Lake. For Pete's sake, I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man, I breathe the mountain air. I travel, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Wanna know some other places? Been to Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Beacon, Sheffield, Jacksonville, Waterville, Costa Rica, Pittsfield, Springfield, Bakersfield, Shreveport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Davenport, Idaho, Jellicoe, Argentina, Diamantina, Pasadena, Catalina. See what I mean, sir? I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man, I breathe the mountain air. I travel, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Been to Pittsburgh, Parksburg, Gravelburg, Colorado, Ellensburg, Rexburg, Vicksburg, Eldorado, Larimore, Atmore, Haverstraw, Chattanooga, Chaska, Nebraska, Alaska, Opelika, Bearville, Waterloo, Kalamazoo, Kansas City, Sioux Cedar City, City, Dodge City. What a pity, I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man, I breathe the mountain air. I travel, I've had my share, man.
I know someplace you haven't been.
I've been everywhere. Montana was the original Yodelin cowgirl. She wrote and recorded many songs, but here are just a few of my favorites. Pride of the prairie, Mary my own, hop up beside me, ride to my home. My heart's been lassoed, no more our own. Pride of the prairie, Mary. Lodi, lodi, oh, yeah, lodi, America's sweetheart. She blazed a trail for women in country music by being the first woman to sell over 1 million records. She's a swing-time cowgirl, and she hails from away out there, with her 10-gallon hat, her high-top boots, blue eyes and golden hair. Cowboys all fell in love with her, their hearts all in a whirl. She rode away one night to try the city life, this pretty little swing-time cowgirl. To meet Patsy Montana, but if she were here today, I'd bet my boots she'd tip her hat, she'd smile that smile, and this is what she'd say. I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart, I wanna learn to rope and ride, I wanna ride through the plains I've been dreaming of. Well, I'm his little darling, I'm a sugar pie. Well, I'm his kind of cowgirl, I must have caught his eye. I walked for miles and miles across the Texas plains. I'd saddle up my pony in the pouring rain, just to ride by his side when the moon is high. My sweet prairie muffin and me. He makes my heart go flutter, tips his hat when I walk by. If I asked him for the moon, he'd fetch it from the sky. He's gonna take me dancing and meet his ma and pa. Well, he's the cutest thing in boots I believe I ever saw. I jumped my pony clear across the Rio Grande. I'd walk barefoot across the West Texas sand, just to ride by his side when the moon is high. My sweet prairie muffin and me. He told me I'm his one and only. He'd never leave me lonely. He'd carve my name in the sycamore tree. From his Stetson to his Justins, ain't he really something? He's a genuine cowboy, that's plain to see. That cowboy, he is so fine. He's my prairie muffin, he's my turtle dove. He's the kind of cowboy that I've been dreaming of. He's my one and only cowboy, I really love that cowboy. He's my kind of cowboy, I think it must be love. Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish could be heard and answered when wished on a morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell. We know that it's probably magic. Yeah, have you been half asleep? And have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voice might be wanting a say. I've heard it too many times to ignore it as something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La-di-da-di. kissing there. Night birds were singing, perfume filled the air. Each little star just twinkled with glee as heaven smiled on me. Chimebells ringing, yodelay, yodelay, mockingbird singing, yodelay, yodelay. Sleep, my little darling, yodelay, yodelay, up on the summer's eve. Hi-da-lay, oh-da-loo, hi-da-loo-dee, hi-da-lay, oh-da-loo, hi-da-loo-dee, lady, oh, oh-da-loo-dee, hey, hi-da-lay, oh-da-loo, oh-da-loo, oh-da-loo-dee. Out on a lake in a boat we will ride. On a clear summer's night we'll drift with the tide. Happy I'll be with him there by my side, and we'll hear those chime bells ring. Chime bells ringing, yodelay, yodelay, mockingbird singing, yodelay, yodelay. Sleep, my little darling, yodelay, yodelay, up on the summer's eve. Yodelay, 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 There was a boy in Arkansas who wouldn't listen to his ma when she told him that he should go to school. He'd sneak away in the afternoon, take a little walk, and pretty soon you'd find him at the local auction barn. Then he'd stand and listen carefully, and pretty soon he'd begin to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. He said, oh my, it's do or die, I've gotta learn that auction cry, gotta make my mark and be an auctioneer. $25 written off, $30, 30, give me 30, make 30, bid about my $30 we, give me $30 hooter, give me $30 bid. $30 written off, 35 we, give me 35, make it 35, then 35, who would have bid it at a $35 bid? Well, as time went on, he did his best, and all could see he didn't just, he practiced calling bids both night and day. His pap would find him behind the barn, just working up an awful storm as he tried to imitate the auctioneer. Then his pap said, son, we just can't stand to have a mediocre man filling things and using our good name. Well, I'll send you off to auction school, and then you'll be nobody's fool. You can take your place among the best. $35 bid and all, $40 Puerto Rican, give me 40, make 40 bid along, $40 read me, $40 hooter, give me $40 bid. $40 bid and all, 45 we, give me 45, make 45 bid a 45, who would have bid it at a $45 bid? And from that boy who went to school, there grew a man who played it cool. He came back home a full-fledged auctioneer, and the people came from miles around just to hear him make that rhythmic sound that filled their hearts with such a happy cheer. Then his fame spread from shore to shore. He had all he could do and more, had to buy a plane to get around. Now he's the top in all the land. Let's pause and give that man a hand. He's the best of all the auctioneers. $45 bid and all, $50 pretty big, give me make 50 bid a bomb, $50 read me, $50 who give me $50 bid. $50 bid and all, 55 we, me 55 make 55 bid a 55, sold my heart for $50 bid. Yeehaw! I traveled all the way from Texas or crawl. Neon lights and dance halls, I think I've seen them all. I learned all the old songs the cowboys love to dance, and I sing one every time I get the chance. I was raised deep in the heart of Texas, and it's the only home I've ever known. My daddy was a legendary fiddle playing man, and my mama was a rose of San Antone. Well, I learned how to two-step before I learned to walk. Listening to a jukebox taught me how to talk. I learned all the songs about a right and wrong, old man, and I sing one every time I get the chance. Well, I was raised deep in the heart of Texas, and it's the only home I've ever known. My daddy was a legendary fiddle playing man, and my mama was the rose of San Antone. Well, I said my daddy was a legendary fiddle playing man, and my mama was the rose of San Antone. Whatever happened to the Yodelin cowgirls that rode across the silver screen? The ones that rode with Roy and all of the boys that rolled the rain with Tex and Jean. Whatever happened to the Yodelin cowgirls? Was I too young to know? If they could still be found, I'd bet they'd come to town and put us on a Yodelin show. And they'd go yodeloo-dee-dee-ay, yodeloo-dee, yodeloo-dee-ay-dee-ay, yodeloo-dee, ee-ay-oh-dee, yodeloo-oh-dee, yodeloo-oh-dee, yodeloo. Whatever happened to the Yodelin cowgirls? The ones that used to dress so cute, with fringe hanging down and rhinestones around and multicolored cowboy boots. Whatever happened to the Yodelin cowgirls? There must be at least one left, but until I find that one, I'm gonna have some fun and do the Yodelin myself. Yodelay-dee-dee-ay, yodeloo-dee, ha-la-la-la-dee-dee-ay, yodeloo-dee, ee-oh-ay-oh-ay, yodeloo-dee, yodeloo-oh-dee, yodelay. Yodeloo-dee-ay, yodeloo-dee, yodelay-oh-dee, yodeloo-dee, ee-ay-oh-ay, yodeloo-dee, yodelay-oh-dee, yodeloo-dee. Yodelay-dee-ay, yodeloo-dee, ha-la-la-la-dee-ay, yodeloo-dee, ee-oh-ay-dee, yodeloo-oh-dee, yodelay, yodeloo-oh-dee. Yodelay, yodeloo, yodeloo, yodelay, yodeloo-dee, oh-oh-dee, yodelay-ay-dee, yodeloo, yodelay, yodelay, yodeloo, yodeloo, yodelay, yodelay, yodeloo, yodeloo, yodelay, yodelay, yodeloo-dee. Hi-dee-ho-lo. On lonesome prairie night, a sleeping cowgirl lay, the moonlight dancing on her face, turning darkness into day. She'd been dreaming about her cowboy when a longing filled her heart and mind, remembering the day he rode away and left her far behind. darkness into day, with the moonlight shining on his face. A longing filled his heart and mind, remembering the tears in the young girl's eyes he'd left so far behind. Cowboy moon, cowboy moon, cowboy moon, full and bright with a silvery light. Gotta see my love soon. Stars in the Texas sky, wishing he'd come back someday. And in the distance she could see him. True love always finds a way. They'll have a brand new life together now. Her cowboy's home to stay. Cowboy moon, stage. How I long to be in Texas, just a riding on the range, just to smell the bacon frying, the sizzling in the pan, hear the breakfast horn in the early morn, drink my coffee from a can, just to ride and rock and roping, pounding leather all day long, just to sway and sweat and swear and listening to a cowhand song. How it beckoned and I reckoned I would work for any wage to be free again when the bloom is on the stage. Heidi, yodeloo-dee-oh, yodeloo-dee, yodeloo-dee-dee, yodeloo, yodeloo-dee-oh, dee-oh-lo, Texas and the bloom is on the stage. How I long to be in Texas, just a riding on the range. Oh, those purple hills are calling, calling to me from afar. Come back again to the Rio Grande and the lonesome Texas star. I'm longing to be living where those prairie flowers grow. I'd be willing to start walking to that place that I love so. How it beckons and I reckon I would work for any wage to be again, be free again when the bloom is on the stage. I-D, yodeloo-dee-oh. Oh, you can't shed a tear when you yodel. You can try, but it's really hard to do. There's just no better way to brighten up your day. So just sing yourself a yodel song or two. Just let out a happy yodel, yodel-oo-yodel-ay-dee. Before too long and forget what's wrong and be happy as can be. Just let out a happy yodel, yodel-oo-dee. Can't go wrong with the yodeling song, it works just great, you'll see. Lady-o-dee-o, yodel-oo-dee. Lady-o-dee-o, yodel-oo-dee. Lady-o-dee, lady-o-dee-o, yodel-oo-yodel-ay-yodel-oo-dee. Oh, it really put a smile on Devin Dawson, and it worked quite well for Janet McBride. Let us not forget about all those cowboys riding out who would yodel on the prairie as they ride. Just let out a happy yodel, D-A-O-D. Before too long and forget what's wrong and be happy as can be. Just let out a happy yodel, yodel-oo-yodel-ay-dee. Can't go wrong with the yodeling song, it works just great, you'll see. Lady-o-dee-o, yodel-oo-dee. Lady-o-dee-o, yodel-oo-dee. Lady-o-dee, lady-o-dee-o, yodel-oo-yodel-ay-yodel-oo-dee. Now that you notice what can happen when you sing happy yodeling song, there's just no time to waste. Have one ready just in case, and you'll see those blues won't hang around too long. There's just no better way to go on your merry way. So just sing yourself a happy yodeling song. Yodel-ay-dee. I went up to the ridge today to watch the sun go down. The land was bare and dry, how I wish the rain was falling down. My cattle in the distance have narrowed to a few. Just like all living things, they need the water too. Our crops are all dying, we'll soon come short of food. If the rain don't come soon, I won't know what to do. Now I think I'll be moving on. I know my work here is done. Yes, I think I'll be on my way. There's a better life ahead of me someday. To watch the sun go down. There's everything I need in this new land I found. Now I count my many blessings and thank the Lord each day. This land of milk and honey was not so far away. Well, my herds are getting stronger and my crops are doing fine. My life is really changed with this happiness of mine. Now I'm glad that I moved on. Sometimes you just have to be strong. Just leave those troubles behind, and happiness you'll soon come to find. country means so much to you and me. So many gave their lives for our liberty. We are truly blessed to live in this great land. Our future's up to us, and it's in our hands. One by one, we all must do our part. Search our souls, look deep within our hearts. Stand up for God, for truth and liberty. America, the proud, the free. America, reach out your hand. Let your spirit shine across this land. It's up to us, every woman, child, and man. America, reach out your hand. There are times our burdens seem so great. We let our hearts be filled with grief and hate. Let's strive for peace and harmony. Let's do what's right. Let's stand in unity. If we have faith, there's nothing we can't do. Always be proud of our red, the white, and blue. We are truly blessed to live in this great land. Our future's up to us, and it's in our hands. We all must rise and do our part. Search our souls, look deep within our hearts. Stand up for God, for truth